there are words that keep digging inside. During the Mass celebrated by Pope Leo XIV on Sunday, July 13th at Castel Gandolfo, there was a phrase that left a mark. The gaze makes the difference because it expresses what we have in our hearts. And so it comes naturally to ask ourselves, how do we look at the world? What eyes do we have when we face pain, fatigue, fragility? Because, upon closer look, it is not enough to meet someone's gaze to be present. We can see and move on. Many do it. We all do it sometimes. With the friend we haven't heard from in months because someone else will think about it. With the elderly relative who lives alone and whom we call only at Christmas. With the young person who isolates themselves, who slowly fades away, and we just say, that's how they are. We see them and move on, like the priest and the Levite in the parable of the Good Samaritan. Yet, in the animal world, there are examples that sometimes surprise us. An elephant does not pass by an injured calf. It stops, touches it with its trunk, waits. A pack of wolves slows down so as not to leave the weakest behind. And even certain species of birds share food with those who cannot find it. None of them know the law, but they live compassion. We, on the other hand, even though we know it, forget it, and we end up protecting rules more than life. The Pope told us another thing that deserves to be listened to carefully. God looked at humanity without passing by. He did not look away. He did not pretend nothing was happening. He saw our wounds and drew near, and he poured on them the oil of mercy. Then it becomes clear. Being Christian is not a matter of rituals or habits, but of gaze. It means learning to see as God sees. And no spectacular gestures are needed. True compassion nests in small things, listening without judging, accompanying without demanding, sharing silence when words make too much noise. It is noticing that our dog looks at us sadly because we have spent the whole day ignoring him. It is noticing that a thirsty sparrow stops on the balcony and leaving it a bowl of water. It is not sentimentality, but attention. It is a heart training itself to recognize life in every form and not to pass by. The Pope reminded us that today there is a need for a revolution of love, not made of grand proclamations, but of people who stop and observe and choose every day to be neighbor to anyone they meet, not only to those who are like them. Perhaps this is the true challenge of our time. Not to become indifferent, not to resign ourselves to an empty gaze, slipping away as if nothing concerns us, but to learn, little by little, to have the gaze of the Samaritan, the one who sees and stops, who feels compassion and acts, who loves without asking if it is their duty. And then, yes, perhaps we can truly listen to those words of Jesus with a new awareness. Go and do likewise. And finally, we will not pass by.